Well, good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you to the Hope Talk radio show. Our show today is entitled Generations United. It's all about the family. It's a family unit, and all various generations in the family unit are working together. My name is Bob Oakley, and I'm your host today. I host the show every Thursday at noon Eastern Time, from noon to 1 o'clock. We broadcast these shows 5 days a week, different topics each day, and Monday through Friday. Excuse me. I want to give you a little bit of background about the Hope Collection. It was started almost 20 years ago now, when the original idea was started. And it was implemented a few years after that. Dr. Joel Griffin was the founder of it. He had an idea that he wanted to start up a program, a nonprofit program called the Hope Collection. Originally, it started off as the Hope Foundation, but the name was changed to the Hope Collection because it is a collection of different organizations that work together for the same purpose. And that purpose is helping people and helping them to help other people, helping everyone to have a better life. One of our major partners right now is the Golden Rule Society. Golden Rule Society was founded over 52 years ago. A former Navy captain, Captain Len Kane. He was flying in Vietnam for the Air Force, and he became the Top Gun, and he was one of the original Top Guns, and he has been flying for years since then because he, after 25 years, he retired from the military and stayed active in it through the various organizations, and he then started up the Hope Collection and a lot of other organizations to help people and help people to have a better life. Anyway, tomorrow, Captain Len Kane will be broadcasting with the vice president of the Hope, with the president of the Hope Collection, Mr. Ron Klain, Mr. Ron Clayton. And Captain Len Kane will be co-hosting the show tomorrow, and they will be talking about projects in the Golden Rule Society and also in the Hope Collection, which are projects that we're currently involved with, and cover the 8 main areas that we concentrate in people's lives. Things like health and wellness. Things like the spiritual growth of people, things like the housing and things like clean air and water, and things like charitable different organizations that we're working with, like New York City Relief and Easter Seals and others that we're working with. So we have projects in all those different areas and several other main areas. Education, for example, we have a lot of projects in the education area, and certifications, helping people get certified in a different field if that's what they want, and they could do it all online. And so it's a very inexpensive way to do it, and you get a nationally and worldwide recognized certification. So anyway, that just gives you an idea of some of the areas that we concentrate on. And we, as I said, we broadcast this show 5 days a week from 12 noon to 1 o'clock. And if anybody wants to dial in, they can dial in to directly into our studio at 714-816-4686. That's 714-816-4686. and we don't exclude anybody. Everybody is welcome. We have people through the Hope Collection that have graduated from Harvard or Yale, or they just got out of jail. We accept them, and we don't judge them by what they've done in the past. We judge them by what they're going to do now to help people, because that's what we're all about, is helping people. I do a lot of work now with the Spanish people, the immigrants that come over from the various countries, and that are we help them to learn the English language. That's one of the projects I'm working on with them, and we help them to get reclassified by the immigration organizations, the federal immigration organizations. I've helped a number of people to get their citizenship through the process that we have, and we don't do it by ourselves. We get a lot of help to do that. We have, as I said, the 8 main areas that we help people in cover just about every aspect of people's lives. And we have team members that have expertise in those fields. And I have expertise in the housing area because I've been a contractor for 60 years, and I have expertise in helping people get certifications because I have gotten certifications in education myself, and so we basically use the skills that the good Lord has helped us with and has given us to help other people. And that's what it's all about. The focus is on you or you or you or you, whoever's listening today. I have invited one of my guest friends to come on the show, and we will we'll talk with them if they come on. And we're also broadcasting to over 100 countries around the world, and people that are in those countries can listen to the show and learn. And if we provide them with some information that they're interested in, they can contact us. They can come on to one of the 5 shows any day through that number I gave you, 714-816-4686. Or you can dial in, and at the end of the show I will give out my number, my personal cell phone number, and you can call me if you want. And we have a very, very simple registration process on the Hope Collection. You dial in, or you go on the internet, and you check in to the OptimizeMyLife.com. Optimize My Life. It's all one word. OptimizeMyLife.com. It's OptimizeMyLife.com. We use that website because we feel that everybody needs to have their life optimized. You may be working at a job that you don't like, and maybe you want to change. Well, we can help you through that. You may be want some different housing to live in. Maybe you have an apartment and your family is expanding, and you want to get a bigger apartment, or maybe you want to buy a home. You want to purchase a home. We have programs that can help you with that. Or maybe you're having financial problems, economic problems because of the high inflation and the high interest rates and everything else. We have programs through Cambridge Finance where we can help you in that area. And that's a fairly new addition to the Hope Collection, is our partnership with Cambridge Finance. And they have tremendous counselors in that program. All you have to do is get in touch with them and tell them your story and tell them what you'd like to do, and they will help you to work out a plan and help you to improve your financial situation. Ron Clayton, who is the president of the Hope Collection, and he's the president of the board, and I happen to be a member of the board also as a vice president. But anyway, Ron is he worked out a plan with Cambridge on some financial situations that he had, and it's saving him over $500 a month. Each month, he's saving $500 each month through the program that Cambridge has helped him with. So if you're in that situation and you need help, they are there to help you, and they will help you for free. And there's no cost for that. The same way with registering into the Hope Collection, there's no fee for that. It's free. And many of the programs we have are free. If you want to get certified, there is a minimal cost to get certified in a particular area, because you go through and study a little program, and after you finish the study, then you can take the test, and you can take it as many times as you want. And so I have helped a number of people get certified, and I myself have gotten certified in 2 areas in becoming a certified life coach. That's one area I wanted to get certified in. And then being a virtual assistant. The virtual assistant is if you've ever called an insurance company to work out an issue with you, the person that answers the phone is certified as a virtual assistant. They have access to various programs that they can help you to resolve your issue that you have. If you want to know rates, or if you've had an accident, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you can get help. So anyway, I see a good friend of mine has just come on. I mentioned his name earlier as the president of the board of the Hope Collection. It's Mr. Ron Clayton. Ronnie, how you doing today?
Well, good afternoon, Robert, and how are you? I'm doing just fabulous on this lovely sunny day in Buffalo today. We've had mixed weather last week, and today it happens to be sunny. So we're excited about that. We've had some upside down stuff and some real bad rain, and then it got cold, but now it seems to be a little better. And so it's good to hear your voice, Robert. We are on the midst, on the edge of some incredible things happening at the Hope Collection. We've just been invited to partake in a health and wellness expo sponsored by the local radio station WUFO. And Buffalo is a black woman-owned, first black woman owner of a radio station broadcaster in the state of New York. Runs this. Her name's Sheila Brown. She's a great lady. I've gotten to know her over the last couple of years, and they're putting this program. We have a gentleman. I know you've talked to him. His name's Dale Martin. He's the sales manager, and they've introduced us and invited us to have we're going to have a table and involvement. We'll have radio interviews. We'll have radio spots running in Western New York, promoting the Cambridge Financial Program, as well as our health and beauty program, not health and beauty, wellness. That comes on and runs the show on Wednesday that does the health, and she's a nutritionist. And she lives in Albany, which is about 6 hours away, but she's willing to come down on that weekend and join us in our booth at the expo. So it's exciting in that area, that thing. We've had some new developments on creating an incredible place. Robert, I have an important call coming in. I need to take it. I'll come back to the call in just a second.
Okay, go ahead. Well, folks, that's the gentleman talking was Mr. Ron Clayton. He is our president of the board of the directors for the Hope Collection, and he's also a senior advisor for the Golden Rule Society. And so it's a see, we are out doing things. You know, we're not just sitting here talking. We're walking the walk, and not just talking the talk. So anyway, I am as I mentioned, I'm involved with a lot of the Spanish people through a Spanish ministry in my church, and we are working together with people that have issues in their life they want to resolve, and we have the team, and we have the ability to and the gifts that God's given us to help other people, because that's what He says. He says, I want you to love me, and I want you to love my people, and help them in whatever they need. You know, if they need food, if they need housing, if they need clothing, whatever it is that they need, if they need to get more education, help them in that area. And so that's what we're doing. We're following the golden rule. We're doing unto others as we would have them do unto us. And so that's what it's all about, and that's how it works. The focus is on you and you and you and you. Whoever's out there listening, the focus is on you, not on us. It's on you, because that's what we're trying to do. What the good Lord tells us to do. I was talking with a friend of mine who was having some issues earlier this morning, and he is. We talked for a while, and we came up with some ideas how he could resolve those issues, and so that was all done through one phone call. Now, I've known this man for probably 20, 30 years through the church, through my church, and he had he took care of his two parents for many years. He was taking care of his parents. His father was over 100 years old when he passed, and his mother was just about 100 years old when she passed. And in the last 2 years, they both have passed. So he's dealing with a lot of issues because of that. And some of them are financial issues. Some of them are other issues that he's dealing with. Just maybe he's having some mental conditions because of that. Because he misses them, and he loved them dearly. He used to bring them into church every week. He would. His mother was in a wheelchair, so he would wheel her in first, and then get her situated in the pew in the church, and then he would take the wheelchair out and get his father and bring him in. And but he did that for a long, long time. And it's part of this particular, as I said, this particular program is about the family unit, and that's why I mentioned that about my friend, where he helped his family for many years, helped his mother and father, and there were others in his family. He had, I think, a sister and a brother. But they didn't want to help at all with the parents, so he took it on all by himself. He moved them into his house, and he took care of them. So that's one of the responsibilities we have as a child, and as a parent, to take care of our families. So anyway, Ronnie, I hear you're back.
Yes, I've been able to make some communication. I'm connecting some people on three-way calls and Zoom calls, and just trying to get some things that we've initiated. We got a new person going to be coming on board that I want to bring and introduce between now and the next board meeting. I have a new gal. Her name is Deborah Clark, Dr. Deborah. She's known as the Green Queen in Atlanta, Georgia, and she actually is building veteran communities. And I'll say tiny homes, just to use that generation, affordable home programs that she's doing that right now. She's actually just launched. They're going to break ground here like any day. And I'm sending her up to work with Chuck Vollmer, because in this community, with the Jobonomics program that Chuck Vollmer brings us. They have what's called the Digital Academy. Now, Digital Academy is an entire educational program process. It's an actual curriculum, and they're able to set it up in a local facility, and people can on-site or even off-site learn how to operate in the new internet world. I mean, it's super, super, super way out there for you or me, Robert, in terms of capability. But going through the academy program and graduating, what they do is they can graduate people in 30 days, and they'll be entrepreneur, business owners when they get done. Now, they can take longer than 30 days, but that can be a real. So it's a neat opportunity. So we're getting that launched, or relaunched, and so I have some exciting news. So I just wanted to come on and say hi, touch base, because we haven't chatted in a little bit, and let you know we got some great stuff going on. You have a great day,
great,
sir.
Ronnie.
Appreciate you,
that's a great.
your loyalty, and
I appreciate you, my friend. God bless you, and thank you for coming on the show and giving us that information, because it's all about giving people information and helping them to make some decisions in their lives. Thank you again. God bless you, my friend.
You're welcome. Talk to you later.
Yep. All right, folks. That was some good news from my friend Ron Clayton. He's always involved in helping other people. And he's been involved from the very beginning of the Hope Collection and of the Hope Radio Show. Dr. Joel Griffin, who founded the Hope Collection, he calls it the Hope Collection because he wanted to recognize the memory of his mother. His mother's name was Hope, and so he said, I'm going to start up a nonprofit organization, and we're going to use the word hope in that name of that organization. And so then it got started that way. And he called a bunch of us together in upstate New York, and we talked about it. And we decided at that meeting along Lake Canandaigua in Corning, near Corning, New York, and we decided at that meeting to go ahead with the project and we'd give it a shot and see if we could make it work. And it has worked. It's grown and grown and grown over the years. Dr. Joel Griffin is no longer with us. He's gone to a better place. I know that he was a man of God, and I believe that God took him up to heaven. And so we still honor him by carrying his legacy on. His wife Ardith lives in Florida, and she's also still involved in the program because she was very actively involved in their business and in their nonprofit organizations that they were involved with. So she's very, very active in that. And I'm very thankful to the Lord for her. And I'm also thankful that the Lord put me in the position that I can help people and help them to move forward in their lives and to have a better life and to make for a whole, if we do it one by one, we will eventually have a whole community that is living better and having a better life, and maybe even a whole country, and maybe even the whole world. Captain Len Kane started a program called the Kindness Campaign, and in that program, he's helping people all around the world to have a kindness program. And one of our directors, a lady named Mary, she has a daughter who was talking about the Hope Collection in her school, and she told the teacher she would like to start a kindness club. This daughter is only 9 years old. And so anyway, she came home and told her mother that she had talked to the teacher about starting up a kindness club. And her mother thought that was a great idea. So they got together and talked to Captain Len Kane, who has the kindness campaign, and he loved the idea. He thought it was a great idea, and maybe we could spread it around to schools all over the country or all over the world, and that's what we're doing. And so that's another project that we're working on actively to help people and to help them to have a better life, because being kind to other people is a good way to show them that we love them and that we care about them. And it doesn't have to be anything big. Like I open the door for ladies whenever I see them, even and for guys also, just to be kind. And if they're going into a store that I'm going into, I'll open the door and let them in first. And I'm not bragging about things that I'm doing. What I'm doing is telling you about things that I'm doing, so that you could help you to understand that we're very sincere about what we do, and what we're trying to portray every time we talk to people is the truth. The truth about we're certainly not getting that from the politicians today. I'll tell you that. But we don't operate that way. We give people the truth. We give information out that is based on truth, and we do it with sincerity and with real meaning and with love, and we work with people that way. And I have friends of mine that at one time I was teaching about 16 different people at once in the Spanish community. Learning the English language. We were going through a workbook because at that time we didn't have online training programs for learning the English language, and so. But those are available today. There are online programs available that people can do learn the English language. My wife, for example, she's from Colombia, South America, and she's learning the English language that way. I see her every once in a while. I see her sitting down with her laptop on her lap, and she's studying the English language through an online program. And I started her off through the program with the workbooks that we were using, but now she's continued to do it on her own through the online program, and it's a very good program. It's led by a qualified teacher or a certified teacher that shows examples online of words and of sentences and of programs and how to speak those things. The teacher is speaking it right to the student that's listening, and so that's another area that we're working in, and it's because of technology improvements. That program is much to do now and to have access to, and we don't have to meet as in somebody's house and go through a workbook anymore. They can do it online, and if they have questions, they can call me or one of the other leaders in the program. See, we work as a team because none of us has all the abilities that we need to solve people's situations in their lives. None of us has that. We've all been blessed with certain skills that we can help people with, and so that's what we do as a team. We can cover a lot of different areas that people have issues in their life. And then we can work out. See if I'm working with a person that has some issue that I have no experience with, but I know one of my members has that experience, I will refer them to that person, and then they will work with that person until they've resolved it. And the way it works is that when I start working with somebody and helping them to resolve something that they have an interest in or something that they need, like maybe they need to make more money. So I help them to figure out ways that we can work together and help them to make more money. and to solve that situation in their life. Or maybe they need some additional housing, a bigger house because their family is growing. I can help them with that area, and like this being any English language that I talked about with the earlier with the Spanish people. They have a need in that area, and I help them with it. And so it's just, or if they want to go through the immigration process, I've had experience with that, helping people get through the immigration process. I've written letters for them. I've taken them to different government agencies that they need to go to get information and to get that process moving forward. So those are the kinds of things that I personally am doing to help some of these people, because they need the help in order to become acclimated into this country. Speaking the English language is pretty vital, and it's very important. It helps them on their job. It helps them in their personal life. It helps them in their developing friendships with people. It helps them in meeting new people and so forth. So a lot of different areas. It helps them in their church. Now, we have a Spanish service in our church, and most of the Spanish immigrants that don't speak English, they go to that service because it's the service is in Spanish, and the minister that's preaching is preaching in the Spanish language. So I go to that one also because my wife is Spanish, and she likes to go to the Spanish Mass, and so we go together to that one. And then sometimes I'll go to the English service. But anyway, that's how we work together as a team. And I am so happy that the good Lord has put us in this position. I am so thankful that He's given us the abilities that we need in order to accomplish things in helping other people. So I'm just thankful every day that He has given us that ability, and not just myself, but all of the people that are leaders in the Hope Collection and work together, and all of the people that are have different skills that they're helping other people with. I'm thankful for all of that. Like Ron Clayton, he's always looking for new ways to help people, and that's what he was talking about when he came on here a few minutes ago. He was talking about new projects that he's working with to help people in the financial area, in the health and wellness area, and various other areas that and he mentioned a couple of people that are helping him with that, because he doesn't necessarily have all the skills to do that, but he knows people, just like I know people that we can call on and get them to help people that need help in a particular area. And that's how it works. It's a very simple process. We don't charge people for doing those things, and because it's a voluntary organization. All of us are volunteers, and I don't get paid for what I do through the Hope Collection because, as I said, it's a volunteer. And I volunteered to do that because I feel it's important. I feel it's important in other people's lives to help them. And it's important for the whole community to help these people. And it's important for the whole state and the whole government, the whole country. So that's why I'm involved in it, and because I believe wholeheartedly that the good Lord wants us to do that, and He's given us the blessings that we can do the things that need to be done to help people. So anyway, that's kind of what it's all about and how it works. And if I could communicate with you people on the internet, it would be wonderful, because I could be you could be asking questions, and I could be trying to answer those questions for you, and to maybe direct you to someone who can help you with that. But like I said, there are a lot of different areas that we can cover in people's lives to help them. And each of those areas, we have someone assigned to that that has skills. For example, there's a lady in Minnesota who's part of our organization. Her name is Mary, and Mary has she's a certified psychologist, and she works with children that have autism. And so if anybody has a child, or if they're an adult with autism and they need to talk to someone about that, Mary, I refer them to Mary, and she is very good at that. She has 2 children. Her one daughter has autism, and her daughter is just a very exceptional young lady. I think she's 9 or 10 years old now, and but she's doing things. She's listening to her mother, and she's learning from her mother, and she is doing things now that most autistic people don't do or haven't been taught how to do. But because Mary has the skills in that, and Mary is working with many other children of other families that have that situation, and so that just gives you an idea of another area. So if anybody comes to me and they're having either they have autism or one of their family members has autism, I will refer them to Mary, because I don't have that skill. I don't know how to deal with it. I'm working with a young man in Tennessee. He's not a young man anymore now. He's about in his early 40s, I think. But he is autistic, and when he was born, I think his mother had a high fever when he was born, and it affected his abilities and mental abilities, and so he's been dealing with that all of his life. And they told him when he was born, or they told his mother, I should say, and his father, that he would maybe never walk, maybe never be able to talk, maybe never be able to do some of the things that most people do when they're growing up, like making friendships and driving a car and getting educated. Well, guess what? Through their encouragement, through the doctor's encouragement, and through my encouragement, because I've been encouraging him for years, to do things that people said he couldn't do. I talked to a number of his family members that said, "Oh, he can't do that," or "He can't do this." Well, guess what? We work together, and his family, his mother and father, we all work together, and he's doing so many things. He's on his own. He's got his own apartment. He even bought a house, but he lost the house because he didn't have the resources to keep it going. But he started a business, and he did very well in that business, and I helped him through that. And he's working. He's also drawing Social Security disability, which helps him each month. But he's earning extra income working at different places, and so he even drove a bus for a while. I know for a couple of years he was in our local community. He was driving the bus around to pick up people and to take them to their destinations, and he did that for a number of years. So to show you that you don't have to necessarily listen to what other people say about yourself. In fact, it doesn't make any difference what they say as far as I'm concerned. I've told my children that. I said, don't pay attention to what other people say about you, because they're not qualified to do that. They're not doctors or psychologists or anything like that. They don't. They're not trained in that area. So I said, don't pay attention to them. And it's important what we think about ourselves. Very important what we think about ourselves. We have to love ourselves. And then in order to give love to other people, that's important. is to give it away. God wants us to give. He gives it to us for free, and He says, give it away, give it back, give it to people. And so we try to do that through the Hope Collection every single day. Every single day we talk to people. We are doing it with love, and we're doing it with the purpose of helping them to move forward in their life. That's the whole purpose of it. And as I said before, we do not exclude anyone. There's no one that we exclude. Now, some people will exclude themselves, and that's okay, because I've talked to several people over the years that have said, well, I'm doing pretty good by myself. I think I'll just continue what I'm doing, and we'll not work on any changes that you recommend. And I say, good luck, and God bless you, and that's fine. I have no problem with that, because it's not my decision, it's your decision. It's that person's decision. Whatever they do, or whatever they decide to do in their life, that's their decision, not mine. I can make recommendations to people, and I can follow up with them on those recommendations, and I can make suggestions along the way. If they're having a problem in certain areas, I make suggestions to them. Now, I think this would be good for you to do, but I don't say you got to do this or you got to do that. That's not the way it works. We are purely there as coaches to coach you along the way, to help you, and we whatever the issue is that you're dealing with. And I've mentioned a number of things already as I've been talking, and I apologize for just rambling on here, going through some of these things. But I think it's important that anybody that's listened understands that, first of all, we're doing this for you. We're not doing it for me. We're not doing it for anybody on the Hope Collection. We're doing it for you as an individual. And we're doing it to help you, and maybe to help your family, and maybe to help some of your friends that you have. So that's what it's all about. It's helping others and helping them to help others. And to use a pay-it-forward philosophy. There was a movie a number of years ago starring Helen Hunt and Kevin Spacek. It was a very good movie. Had a great message. And Helen's son in the movie started a program of paying it forward to people. He was only, I think, 14 years old. And he would go out and he would talk to people. He would talk to homeless people. He'd talk to other people. And he would ask them if there was anything he could do to help them. And some of them he helped. And then he would say the only thing that he wanted out of that was for them to go out and help some people also. And he had recommended 3 people, that they go out and help 3 people and help them to resolve situations in their life. So it was called the pay it forward philosophy, because that's what they were doing. They were paying it forward to other people. And so that's the philosophy that we use in this program, is helping you so you can pay it forward to other people, and helping them so they can pay it forward to other people, and helping them to help other people, and helping them to help other people. And it tends to compound very quickly the number of people that we reach and the number of people that they reach and so forth. So it starts growing exponentially, and that's what's happened. And our program has grown and grown and grown, and we're bringing in new areas all the time, like Len Kane was not Len Kane. My friend from Buffalo, Ron Clayton, was talking about this morning. Some of the new areas that they're working on, a new area in the health and wellness area, a new program in the financial advising program, and various other areas that programs we're working on and helping other people. So am happy to be a part of that. I am not only humbled by doing it, but I'm also honored in doing it. And I was recently asked to be a senior advisor of one of our programs, and I just did not expect that, but I was very happy that and very honored that I was asked, and so I accepted it. And so I've been doing some things to help out in that area. So I'm rambling on here, but I don't have anyone else to talk to other than all of you on the internet. So I hope that I'm giving you some information that will help you, and I'm hoping that see, that's what we're all about. We're all about giving information, because knowledge has power, and information is part of gaining new knowledge. The information I give you is knowledge that I've learned over the years in helping other people with the same kind of situation you might have. So I'm passing it on to you and helping you. And then I'm not dropping it there. I'll stick with people as long as they want me to stick with them. I have some people that I've been working with for 40 years. They're still we've developed a very good friendship, is what I wanted to say, over the years. And if you help somebody, you know that they're going to appreciate that help. And if they don't, well, then their mind is not in the right place. They're not thinking properly. But that's one of the reasons why I work every day with the Spanish people, because I know that there is so much appreciation there. They're thanking me all the time for helping them, and they're motivated to do more. And that's another reason why I'm helping them. It's because of their motivation to do more and more and more to help other people. And so that's what the Hope Collection and the Golden Rule Society are all about. And I talk to about those two because we have a very good partnership between the Hope Collection and the Golden Rule Society. And Captain Len King called me the other day. Well, it was one day this week, and he wanted to talk about getting an honored to show appreciation for my involvement in the Golden Rule Society with him as a senior advisor. And I was stunned. I was very, very humbled for him to be talking to me about that, because I didn't expect anything. We don't get any pay for what we do, but we're getting recognition, and that's what that's all about. He wanted to recognize my efforts, and he wanted to recognize some efforts of other people on the Hope Collection that are partnering with the Golden Rule Society. So I was humbled and honored, and I accepted that recognition that he was going to give me. So anyway, but it's not, as I said earlier, and I said a couple of times, it's not about me. It's not about anybody on the Hope Collection. It's about you and you and you and you and you. You are out there listening. And if you want to talk to us, the best thing to do is to call in on one of the days that we're having the radio show. It's 714-816-4686. You call that number and you'll be connected to the host that's hosting the show that day. And I just hope that you will do that. I highly recommend it, and I hope that you will do that, because it's a very simple thing to do. And you can just listen if you want to. You don't even have to say hi. You can just listen, and we'll just keep talking, and you can listen to what we're talking about. We may be working with somebody who's on the show with us, or we may be not have anybody on the show, as I've had today. except for Ron Clayton when he came on for a little while, to give us some information, some new information. So I have a very large family, by the way. I wanted to mention that before we sign off. I have 9 children of my own, and I picked up 2 more with my new wife from Colombia. She has 2 daughters. One is living in Colombia. She has a boyfriend down there, and she has a son down there. And she's an attorney in Colombia, and she doesn't, as of right now, she doesn't want to come to America. She doesn't want to move to America, I should say. She's very well settled down there, and but she came up and visited us for a couple of months, and that was a great experience. Was working with her, and we took her around to different places in the United States that she could. She spent 4 days in New York City. Because her boyfriend wanted to give her a birthday present, and he paid for the flights for him and their son, and paid for everything. And while they were in New York City for 4 days, in a 5-star hotel, and they went around and they did all kinds of things. They saw the Statue of Liberty, and they went up into the Statue of Liberty. And they did a lot of things that were available in New York City that they went to, and so I'm just and by the way, she invited her mother, who is my wife, to come over and with them and to take part in those four days in the city, and I was so happy that they did that, and he paid for everything. And I just think that was a wonderful birthday present for him to give to his girlfriend. And I don't know if they're engaged or what, but I think they should be. I think they should get married because they have a son together, and they obviously love each other because they've been together for a long time. The son now, I think, is about 15 years old. And but anyway, that's one of the areas that I think are very important in a family. As I said, I have a large family, and I was just we live in the house where my wife's daughter and her husband own this house, and we rent an apartment from them, upstairs apartment. It's a beautiful place, and it's a 2-bedroom. And we're very happy here. We've been in this apartment now for more than 3 years, and it became available right before we got married. And my wife's son-in-law talked to me, and he says, "Bob," he says, when you and Flora get married, where are you going to live?" And I said, "Well, I really haven't decided yet." He says, "Well, I have an apartment that's available, and if you're interested, come on over and we'll talk about it." Well, we did, and we did. So we decided to rent it, and I before she came back from Colombia, because she was at that time she was down in Colombia for a few months visiting her daughter. But anyway, she came back, and I talked to her. We talked every day while she was gone. And I talked to her about it, and I said, "Is that okay with you if I rent the apartment?" And she said, "Oh, absolutely." She says, "I love being around my family." And her daughter and her husband they have 5 children now, ranging in age from the oldest is, I don't know, I think around 23 or 24, and the youngest is 1 year old. So they have a nice family, and she helps them all the time. She is up here and she's down there, and she's up here and she's down there. She helps to cook. She helps to clean. She helps to take care of the babies because they have 2 young children. One is 7, and I mentioned the one that's 1 year old now. But they're very, very active in the family. And that's one of the other things that I like about the Spanish families is the fact that they are very dedicated to each other, very much helping each other. very much working together, and doing things together. And so that was perfect for my wife, for her to be around her older daughter that has a family here in New Jersey. And by the way, they have all gone through and gotten their citizenship. Of course, the younger ones that were born here, they are naturally United States citizens. But the husband, the mother, my wife's daughter, and her older children and her older son, older daughters and older son, they have all gotten their citizenship in this country. And they are excited about being able to vote in this next election that we're going to have, this federal election here in the United States, where they'll be able to vote for president, vice president, and be able to vote for politicians at all levels in government, from the federal to the state to the local levels, all of them. And they're very excited about that. And I've helped them with that to understand what that's all about, and what it means to get out and vote, because we have a responsibility, not only to ourselves and our family, but also the whole community. We have a responsibility. And in this case, in this election, we have a responsibility to the federal government to make sure that the people we think that will do the best job get into that office, whether it's a senator or a House of Representatives, or whether it's a local commissioner or a judge or whoever. We have a responsibility to take part in that. And so I've encouraged all of them to get out and vote. And everyone that I talk to, I ask them, are you registered to vote? And if they say no, I say, well, I can help you to do that if you'd want to. And I've helped a couple people do that. It's a very simple process. If you're a citizen, it's very simple. If you're not a citizen, it's more difficult. You have to go through the immigration people and get certified. The first certification is to become registered as a permanent resident of the United States. And then 3 to 5 years later, you can apply for citizenship. And so that's how it works in this country. And so I've counseled and helped and coached a number of people to get through that. Well, I see we're about out of time. Just got the 90-second warning. And I'm so happy to be able to talk with all of you and share with you some of the things that are going on, that the people that we're working with and helping, and the people that we're helping them to have a better life. I helped one couple who wanted to buy a house. One of the Spanish people. They wanted to buy a house, and I counseled them on that and gave them my ideas and the good and the bad about buying a house, and also how to do it. And so that's areas that we work with people all over the place. And so I'm working with people in California and Tennessee and New Jersey and Pennsylvania and New York and Ohio and all over the place. And now I'm working with people in Germany and people in Puerto Rico and people in South America and various other locations. So it's a decision that we make, and a decision that you might make is finding out more about this program and maybe joining us on any one of the days this week, Monday through Friday. And tomorrow will be a big day with Captain Lynn Kane and Ron Clayton, the president of the board. So I'm going to sign off now. My name is Bob Oakley. Oh, and I wanted to give my telephone number, 908-209-9209. That's 908-209-9202. You can call me. That's my cell phone. I suggest to people that if you have texting ability to text, send me a text first with your name and phone number, and then when you call me, I will recognize who you are. So it makes it a lot easier, and I have eliminated a lot of scammers that try to call me because if they don't do that, I don't take the calls. So anyway, send me a text on that number 908-209-9202, and I'll be happy to talk with you. God bless you all, and God bless America, and God bless all the people that are helping other people. And you have a great day, my friends. And by the way, God bless all the people that were killed and so forth in 9/11 here in the United States when the terrorists drove the 2 airplanes into the World Trade Centers and killed thousands of people. And God bless all of those people and all of their families. And also God bless all the people that are in wars today in the Ukraine and in Israel and Hamas and so forth, Gaza. And so we ask for a special blessing to all of those people. So have a great day, everybody, and we'll be talking to you again. Bye-bye.